so grown man, we grown man. I'm so grown man, we grown man, we grown man. I'm so grown man, we grown man, we grown man. I'm so grown man, we grown man, we grown man. Living life in the night when we ride, that's what we do. The swag is on deck, the suave is intact, and all of these divas.
What up, what up, what up? What's going on, everybody? What's going on, Boston? I bring you back to the aspect. I am your host, Stephen A. Barthell, and today's episode is very special. Normally, I do an all-male cast, but today I have an all-female cast right here on the aspect. I'm gonna go around the round table, have all these ladies introduce themselves. We have some great discussions. We're gonna talk about do's and don'ts for dating in 2017. We're gonna talk about women proposing to men. Everyone knows I'm very passionate about that. And of course, we have two great performances from two of our panelists and a lot of events to discuss right here on the aspect. First of all, welcome, ladies. How's everything? How's everybody going?
Good.
Good. First of all, thank you. Thank you for coming on here.
Thank you for having us.
This is episode 3. The first 2 episodes were interesting. Very interesting. No, we discussed a lot, man. We discussed the roles of, a man in the household. We discussed, some fashion, of course, sports. But today, we're going to get a lady's point of view from dating. So, ladies, starting off on my left.
I'm Ashley Wonder, a spoken word artist from Worcester, and I'm happy to be here.
I'm Amanda Schaefer. I am a community activist, poet, and writer.
Nice.
And my name is Ariel Chanel. I am a local singer-songwriter.
See? Variety of talent right here, and Ashley and Ariel are gonna get right here on the aspect stage to perform for you guys. It's gonna be fun. So let's just get it started right now. Discussion number 1, dating in 2017. Like what's really good with it? Like, I see a lot of venting on social media, like just bad dates, good dates, terrible dates. They say that there's a lot of infidelity going on, not just from men, but also from women. A lot of lying. Still, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh my goodness, the curse of the side chick and the side dude. There's a lot of glorification right now when it comes down to being a side piece. So let's talk about that first. Like, how do you guys feel like that? Amanda?
You don't want to tie. Why they gotta start with me? Dating in 2017 is rough. I feel like there's not really like a manual of do's and don'ts. It's really just like the vibe of the person that you're with. But I will say one don't you shouldn't do, especially on the first date, is talk about your ex. So I went on a date about a week and a half ago, and it was a lunch date because I like lunch dates.
So they're easy.
They're subtle.
no pressure.
There's no commitment. There's no pressure. You can all easily walk away. It could only last about an hour.
True.
About 15 minutes in, he just starts ranting off about his ex-girlfriend. I'm like, okay. And I'm sitting there to myself, and I'm like, maybe he just got something to get off his chest. But after 25 minutes of listening to it, I'm sitting there and I'm evaluating my life because I'm just like, did I ask him something that even brought this up? What's going on? So the long or the short of it, he's still in love with his ex-girlfriend. I could just tell by the conversation.
I'm sorry.
And no, I'm not, because
I'm-
he just saved me some time. I mean, this is not waste her time 2017.
Of course it is.
So
Why wouldn't it be?
So then we're good.
Our generation is. Let me just say this real quick. Thank God I am married now. Only because I got tired of. I got tired of it. I got tired of the BS. I got tired of the maybe I can go on a date with you, maybe you don't. Okay, he's cool, but he's not this person or this picture of the perfect mate that people have. They have to have certain body shape. They have to have a certain job, a certain money, things like that. Ariel, your thoughts?
it's funny that that you were saying that about like the perfect job and the perfect this and that. I was just talking to some people lately about types. You know? Do you have a type? And it kind of opened up this weird floodgate. And I'm like, first off, it was a yes or no question.
I ain't got no type.
And then proceeds to explain their type. Like, but in it, realizing that sometimes people get stuck there.
Okay.
And that's a lot of the issue nowadays, that they're like, well, this is my type, and then, but I went and I had that and it wasn't great, but it's what I'm attracted to. And that's not the whole of the story.
Right.
So people stop at attraction and they're like, I'm attracted to you, but where are you at in your mind?
Thank you.
Right. It's always
Nowhere.
so much more than that. It's always so much more. Like I don't really date like that, so like I know I have preferences of what I like, and like I love black men, and I know I'll never date outside of that aspect. So I'll go with the whole spectrum of that. But in that preference, I don't really like the whole job thing is nice as long as you can pay your bills, and if you have families, like that's good. You know what I mean? That's all that really matters. Like it shouldn't be like it has to be like $50K or something. I don't have time for all that. As long as you can like do what you got to do.
Where people
it's
mess
good.
up is they forget the concept of dating is to have fun. Like there's a few things. You want to have fun, get to know the person who you are interested in. Not move at so fast, don't move too slow, you move at your own pace. Like that's what the advice that I give people. And also step out of the box. When I say step out of the box, going on a date doesn't particularly mean that you have to go out to dinner. Doesn't mean that you have to spend up to $200 just to make someone happy. Figure out, during that pregame stage, the phone conversations, not texting. Like texting is, text after maybe date number 2 or 3, but actually have real phone conversations. If you can't have a phone conversation, make time for a phone conversation. That I don't have time. Everyone has time. If the president of the United States has time to tweet BS within, this country being in turmoil, you have time to make a 2-minute phone call. Hey, how you doing? What are you into? It's that simple. And then once you do that, you have an understanding, okay, maybe I could take this person bowling. It's outgoing, maybe we can go play pool. Maybe we can, just do something outside of the spectrum of dinner and a movie.
I'm down for that.
Or,
But do
like-
people, I hate talking on the phone. Like, I gotta really like a man to like call. And I get nervous. I gotta have music in the background. It's a whole system involved. Like
the 90s voicemail.
it's a big ordeal. I gotta load the music, and it's gotta be a certain type of music to call the dude. Like, it's a big, huge, like, thing. So I'd rather have him call me first because I don't do phone conversations.
And he should.
Right? But they don't.
But he should. Like,
They don't.
This is just how I see it. As a man, it's like we have to get you. It's almost like, I hate the term, but it's like hunting. We have to go out and get you. We have to do everything that we can along the honesty bounds, and we have to be creative, and we have to attract you. Like we have to go get you. And a lot of guys are lazy. A lot of guys are lazy. The WYD, what are you doing? Like throughout the day?
WYA works
annoying.
too. Where you at?
Yeah,
I
like
can't stand
that
it.
works
That's an
too.
automatic delete. Like, go.
I disagree with that though.
It's not no people.
I don't pride myself on being hunted though. Like if anything, I feel like I'm the hunter because like I'm also in this realm too. Like I'm trying to seek somebody out. I don't think it's always on the man to just get you and lust after you or try to be on your back. I feel like if you like somebody, go for it. If something about that person intrigues you, the woman should go for you too.
Agreed.
I think it's my thought is it's kind of a dual hunting.
yes.
Yeah.
So just because you've pursued me doesn't mean I need to be with you.
Right.
True.
But at the same time, I still have to show you as well that I'm interested.
Yeah, because no one likes to chase people. Like,
For nothing. Yeah,
There's gotta be a
playing all
purpose
these
behind
games and it's for nothing. Like,
That's why I don't do phone calls. I do text message. If we can't have a texting conversation and I ask you a couple key questions and your answers are really, really short, then I kind of have a gauge of like what you're going to be like in person.
okay.
Yep.
I mean, I'm
That's
sorry,
true.
it's true.
Yeah, that's
like,
it's interesting because I think it's a mask a lot of times, sometimes.
You think
Not
so?
everyone, but I've met a lot of people that they are the boldest of bold in text messages and they could talk you up because they are like English philosophers. But when you meet them in person, you're like, oh, you're not who you were through a message.
It does work. It does
That's
work
true.
both
That's
ways.
backfire.
For me, my experience is more so the opposite. Like I feel like if people are, engaging back in conversation, and I start asking even more questions, and you start answering them, then I'm like, okay, then maybe we can have a conversation face to face. But if I'm asking you like, how was your day? What are you doing? And you're only texting me back a couple of words, and I'm just kind of like, I'm not gonna be compelled to pick up the phone and call you.
That's
like I'm not.
That's true. That's true.
Know your personnel. Like that's just after the first conversation, like Amanda said, you kind of know. You get a glimpse of what a person is really like. Also, have a plan. You need a plan. If you decided to go out on a date, on the day of, what do you want to do? Is not.
I hate that.
It's not cool whatsoever.
Suggest
have a
something.
plan. So suggestions are great, and that's through the whole texting and calling. Just trying to figure out and say, does this work for you? If this doesn't, then maybe we can do this. But
Learn the schedule. Just ask me my schedule. I had somebody ask me
I
my
like that.
schedule the other day, and I was like, "Ooh, this is good. This might work." When are you free? I hate that question. It's like, okay, I can be free whenever I want, but
Right.
like, do you have a
Exactly.
plan? Do you have a certain time? Do you have a date? Like, what are we doing here? But if you ask me like, well, what's your availability or what's your schedule looking like? And I say, oh, I'm gonna be here, 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 and here, and you either decide to show up to where I'm gonna be, or you're gonna try to make something happen before that event or whatever I'm doing, that to me will secure the date.
Yeah.
Nice.
I've done that. So I had a question then before, not a question, but so I was talking with someone before, you know what I mean? But he was also still in love with his ex or whatever. But before all that happened, it was kind of cool. And our first date was actually out in Boston, and we both live in Worcester. So I'm like, if he's not gonna come drive an hour, okay, God, I know it ain't gonna work. But he got there before I did, so I was like, oh wow. Okay. I was so low-key, I was hyped. I was hyped that it was dope. But then, I started making all the plans. No, I can't be making all the plans. What are we doing here? I need effort from you. And, he gone now, but, whatever.
Now that you said that, that was going to be my next point. Effort. Sometimes that's all it takes. It doesn't take a huge amount of money, but your energy and effort, and make a decision. If you feel like this is not going anywhere, if you feel like, okay, maybe we're better off as friends, or if you feel like, maybe I do want to pursue, let them know instead of dragging them along. I used to hate going out on dates, spending my money, spending my energy, spending my time, and then not get a call or a text message back, and I'm just sitting there in limbo. Okay, is this person, what's going on? I need to know, because once I move on, I move on. Right. And then, dating for me is different than being just committed. I felt like when I was single, if I asked this person out on a date on Friday, I am free to do whatever the hell I want on Saturday unless I have plans with that person.
Yep.
Now, this generation does not see so with some people. They feel like, okay, this person went out on a date with me. He or she belongs to me.
Ooh.
Not on the first
Possession?
On the first date?
Already?
I'm
On the
like,
first date?
Yeah, the first
Yeah,
What was y'all doing on this first date, though?
I've seen some stuff, and I've been through some stuff. I've had bad dates. I have tons of bad dates. I had an ex-boyfriend show up on this girl's date, and then she ended up running after him because he was mad because he seen her. I don't know how far they were broken up, but it was the most hilarious thing ever. But to PF Chang's, and we had ice cream. We're taking a walk in the Commons. Then all of a sudden, all I hear is, get in the car. Get in, huh? What's going on?
Is that you?
It's excuse me for a second, I gotta handle something. And then go handle it. Next thing you know, he's walking off and she's running off. It was just one date. And I'm like,
Wow. That's too soon.
Wow. One day, that was my money.
I'm on my way home, I'm
Eating my
like,
ice cream.
I just did, what the hell just happened? What just happened? Did I just, volunteer someone's meal for the night?
That's crazy.
That's insane.
Yeah.
With Snapchat having the maps on too, it's gonna get
Everything.
even crazier.
It's gonna get people messed
I'm
up.
just being honest.
No trouble.
It's hilarious, dating, so again, consistency, effort, having a